Hello, everyone. This is Kev, and welcome to the show. Um, just wanted to touch on this before I go to bed tonight or early morning. Depend on whatever value that I can offer to you know not only you that's watching but to young men everywhere, because situations that like this that I'm about to speak on. Uh, they're very complicated, yet not complicated at the same time, which is a contributor to the complication. So, please, just kind of follow me for a little bit while I get warmed up and wait for people to get here. Okay. And also, do not, um, do not be afraid to, comment in the chat. And right now, I have a comment from Clark S. What's good? Had no clue you were still running the show. Yes, I am. Uh, well, I mean that's justifiable because I haven't really been doing live streams in like 6 months, and I make a few videos here and there. But look, I make shorts. Well, I post shorts. I do videos, and I'm getting back to doing a live stream. So by all means, for everyone that's watching right now, go ahead and check out all facets of this channel, and participate in the post in the community tab as well. I'm a very interactive person. I don't thumb my nose to anyone. If you participate in the live chat, I will likely respond. I mean, if I miss some comments here and there, I do apologize, but I try to be as interactive as possible, and not to try to act like that I'm some larger than life mofo, which nobody needs. And we're about to have a describe a situation that is like that. So by all means, thank you for all of you watching. And as you come in, can you please hit the like button? Also, I do have memberships open for those of you who want to maybe drop $2.99 on this channel every month. You can do that as well. But you know what? A like and some viewership means a lot more to me at this point. So okay, so you're talking about domestic violence. Yeah, talking about DV. Uh, it's something that I've never done. I've never been found guilty of in a court of law, and I just don't believe in it. I do believe in self defense, however, and my thing is for brothers out there, uh, we have to start being a little bit more careful as to who we align ourselves with, because this channel's named Black Man Being Brutally Honest, which I'm gonna look out for the brothers, because there's nobody that's really approaching you like that and saying, hey, you know what, we're in a little trouble here, and it might be because of X, Y, and Z. uh but I'm here to try to work through it, with you, because I don't want black men, I don't want us to have sullied reputation as we don't have to. And and the only way that we can really protect ourselves is to have absolute proof. Nobody's gonna start a movement called Believe All Men. I mean, that just for some of you that's watching, that they're gonna watch, it's gonna sound ridiculous to you. I mean, but the way times are right now, is something like that gonna be needed eventually? I mean, but hey, I'm just a person that doesn't do stuff like that, and I don't recommend anybody do it. I am a believer in keep your hands to yourself. Nobody should be hitting anyone. So, all right, Riddler, what's good? How are we? Oh yeah, I have the things on display. So, uh, let's see here. Let's get to it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say something about that. I was gonna say something about Dr. Danielle Spencer. Yeah. So she passed away since I was last on the air. And I'm old enough to remember the television show What's Happening. I also remember the one that came out years later saying, called What's Happening Now. And Danielle Spencer was in both of them. She was one of America's favorite little sisters, D. Thomas. I mean, she used to get Raj lit up. Like for real. So Raj, her older brother, it just also during that show's run, no, I don't think it was during the run, after the show's run, I think she dated Haywood Nelson, the guy who played Dwayne in the show. So yeah, but I guess since then she's become a doctor and she passed away at the age of 60. So, uh, you know, she was a part of my childhood. So, rest in peace. And hopefully, whatever you had, you can rest easy right now. Um, okay. So, all right. So, let's, sad, my condolences to her family and to all of her loved ones. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. This is, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When we as men, as black men, get ourselves into these things that we call relationships, and I can, anybody, Stevie Wonder can even see why these two are together. They're both track stars. They're world class athletes, both of them. Christian Coleman and Sha'carri Richardson. Who let's just go ahead and say it. Sha'carri is more well known. Uh, yeah, but at these levels and at the relationship levels, you got these many podcasts, and you see, even hear this from guys in your real life experience. I mentioned the podcast because everyone seems to have this huge problem with multiple the multiplication of the Black Man podcast. And I say they should absolutely be there. We should have been had these voices out here. Why else do we have to do it in a podcast? We never use our voices. And when we do, by the end of this little situation, you'll hear Christian Coleman's voice kind of, I'm gonna read out that part of the article. His voice was used to actually defend the person that uh did this to him. And yes, he didn't do anything, or anything that we know of, or was not caught on camera. We don't know. But point of this broadcast, uh the point of this broadcast, what up, Detroit 313 and the Roger Report Live. The point of this broadcast is this. Has she already been saved? Did she already receive the saving throw? Does she have anything to worry about as far as her career goes? Is there anything except for some social media banter? The answer might as well be no. Tell y'all that right now. Nothing much happens to women who mistreat their men, especially a black man, especially in public. Think about all the incidences off cameras and not in the public eye. This is why young men don't want to take that plunge. They don't want to, carry that cross. They don't want to get married. They don't want to be in relationships. They rather keep all their resources to themselves and build themselves up. And it's because of shit like this, which in my estimation, I wouldn't let something like that affect me. I mean, but I'm not everybody. I'm one out of several billion. So, but I'm not even saying that because I want to appear like I'm the stronger guy. Because people fake strength just to get you guys in the position that a guy like Christian Coleman finds himself in. And then, I also take into account that these are young people as well. I mean, there are levels of maturity that a young person can have, but unfortunately, they're coming few and far between. And I'm not trying to be some Jane ass guy, uh, putting down the younger generations because we and the boomers, are the ones that facilitated that environment. That someone like a Sha'carri can behave the way she has, and and believe that she could get away with it. And people have been giving her flack about this apology that she issued, which I'll show you guys in a moment. And there's a lot of people out there that believe that is enough. When you don't have a general consensus with loud enough voices that hold people accountable, then this is but a minor convenience for Miss Richardson. You know why? Because she can run really fast. Or, it's like every other one of them bitches. They just mistreated a black man in public and now they're going to be rewarded for it. See, she's not losing any contracts or any endorsements. At least not the major one, Nike. I didn't expect Nike need to kick Sha'carri Richardson off, man. No, I'm not wishing for that. I don't care. But you are allowed to think, hey, if Sha'carri Richardson was a dude and Christian Coleman was a woman, hey, you got to think about it. But still, I mean, I'm not losing sleep because it's the fucking usual. The body cam video just certified his simping. Yeah, Landon. Hey, good to see you, by the way, at a live stream. Yeah, the body cam footage because I mean, like, it was blatantly disrespectful. I'm gonna play some of it here too, and you guys can be the judge. Do you think she was being disrespectful by blatantly lying in front of everybody? People get in their head bubble. I might as well say it. Women get in their head bubble and try to change reality like they got the damn infinity glove. It's ridiculous. Everybody can clearly see what the fuck happened. And then she up there like, oh, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes? Yeah. So I know people on YouTube are talking about it. I know they are. So I'm just giving my take, my perspective, whatever I say about how this society sees gender, or or just if I'm just being flat out brutally honest, it's not meant to chap your feels. I'm not trying to bring the onset of trouble either, but I mean, it is what it is, man. Some men elect to remain single because they want to steer clear of shit like this. If there was no footage, would it go like this? I mean, there'll be witnesses on the scene, but hey, who knows what happened in private? Why does she believe that was okay? Why do you believe that it is okay for you to put your hands on someone? And it was in front of folks. Yeah, well, sir, it was some white people watching. You know how y'all love to get, man, why they doing that in front of white people? Oh, we didn't hear that in front about Sha'carri. Who made that point? Shoot. How we going? Yeah, it's like I think about this shit. When I see shit like this, I think about shit like how people be acting like, oh man, how do we expect white people to respect us if we can't behave in front of them? Hey, here you go. Here you go. Man, y'all. Yeah, man. But hey, you know what? All this talking about how they are hated, like they're the most hated in the world. Nah, uh, at least not in the at least not in the United States. Shoot. Maybe them tethers that y'all like to call y'allselves getting saved by. A couple of y'all went over to Africa. They said, nope. White folks called the cops. Yeah. Yeah. They called the cops. They wasn't sitting up there like them niggers going at it. Like they said, fuck this. We do not want that behavior here. Shoot. You run real fast. We've known plenty of y'all that run fast. Remember Carl Lewis? No, just shoot. But yeah, let's look at this news report because I was looking at this on social media, but due to my lack of expedience, I haven't reported it yet. But hey, I just want to kind of make up with this one. Yeah, so we're gonna show you a news report. And yeah, speaking of which, I was mentioning earlier, yes, I do other content. I do videos and I do shorts. So, you know, just check that stuff out. But I was, dragging my feet on this one. And maybe it's because I don't want this to be like apathy creeping into me. Because I mean, this is like it just seems like things are progress. Sometimes things get better, sometimes it gets worse. But hearing something like this, like it just, I'm glad everything was caught on camera. I'm glad everything was caught on camera because who knows. So anyway, let me go ahead and play this video for y'all. All right, hope everyone is doing swell. I know some of y'all got to get to work tomorrow morning. I gotta do some things tomorrow morning too. So, all right. Yes, let me share the screen here. Share the entire screen. All right. Okay, let me fix this up a little bit. All right, cool. I don't know if you're watching vertically, you probably can't see that, but we're gonna deal with it anyway. Uh, I'm gonna read an article before I show you the footage because I want you to get an idea. I want the of the afterwards, the after effect of all this shit she did. And you know what? I do understand couples fight, but this is about her Nike deal. Sha'carri Richardson has a significant endorsement deal with Nike, reportedly worth $20 million over 5 years. This deal includes a signature line that reflects her style and promotes inclusivity. Despite a recent domestic violence arrest, Nike has reported indicated they are standing by her, with her prominently featured on Nike's website. Yay! Yep, she won't be losing all that money for putting her hands on a black man in public in front of white folks. I mean, yeah, that's just what it is. Um, yeah, they like Hope Solo. Who remembers Hope Solo? All the like a lot of years ago. Uh, Hope Solo. She was a soccer player. She plays. She's usually like a all American or whatever they call people who play soccer or what the UK calls football. Uh, Hope Solo was arrested in I believe 2015, 2014 or 2015. Um, she beat her half sister and her nephew up. Yeah, her nephew was 17 years old. Yeah, Hope Solo has got a pretty good size on her. I wouldn't try to fight her because I don't like scratches and such, and I could take shit. Like I ain't gonna be like, "Ow, pain," but I ain't gonna be fucking with these folks like this. Like shit. She jumped on her half sister and her 17-year-old nephew, Hope Solo. And then she turned around and threatened the cop, said, if I wasn't in these handcuffs, I'd whoop your ass. And Nike stood by her. Yeah. Well, I mean, she would subsequently get her contract terminated because she said something about the Swedish team, Swedish soccer team, or something like that. Must have been something really racist or xenophobic or whatever these words they like to use. But the point is, for beating somebody's ass, you get to keep your deals. So, all right. So let's. Which one is the news report? Oh, that's the footage. This is the news. No, that's the footage. This is the news report. Okay, so I'm gonna say fair use on this, and this pretty much frames how it all happened and other shit. All right, so all right, let's play it at a speed and fair use, by the way. Uh, what's up, RPM? I see you down there. And before I play, it's like Landon says, our history of violence and alphabet relationships and hood rat costume told us everything. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. So, all right, here we go. Just listen to the news report.
Letting you know who I am, haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I'll be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it.
This right here is new body camera video of the moments before Olympic sprinter Sha'carri Richardson was arrested at SeaTac Airport last month. You heard her tell police she did not touch her boyfriend, but airport security footage shows her shoving him multiple times before police arrived right here in this corner. Officers were called to TSA security after she pushed him in a packed terminal right outside security. Believes she did not touch her boyfriend, but airport security footage shows her shoving him multiple times before police arrived right here in this corner. Officers were called.
Yep, they be lying. See all that touching and pushing and all that.
To TSA security after she pushed him in a packed terminal right outside security checkpoint 4. She was then booked into jail and then released the next day. This week, she addressed what happened on her social media.
More than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable.
Along with the recorded apology to her fans and family, she posted this statement.
Let me read this. She said, because probably in a little while, I want y'all to tell me, was that enough? Is what she did enough? Some of y'all already know about this, but hey, for the people who are in the replay gang, shout out to the replay gang, by the way. Yeah. You can answer that question in the comments if you like. Okay, it says, I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love from what I experienced in my past. Oh, okay. We're going to stop right there. Soon as she said past. All right, whatever. All right, so I'll show you the body cam footage. I won't be reacting to it. I'll react to it a little bit, but you know how these things go. Detroit 313 says Kanye has lost the deal of Nike by speaking against the small. Yeah, that's like almost one of the worst things you can do, like as far as American society, is to do that. So all right, so hopefully, like I said, hopefully I don't get a copyright or something for this, but this body cam footage is everywhere. So okay, fair use once again. So okay, here we go.
I'm not sure because we were supposed to be going a long time ago. Okay. And so now we're just sitting in the airport.
You guys having just a real patch in your relationship? What's going on, man? Okay, so you tell me about he did you lay hands on her?
No, it's nothing like that.
She didn't lay hands on you? You sure? No pushing, no hitting, none of that. Just verbal heat exchange.
Yeah, he defended her. Yeah, I hear that. He said, "No, we ain't do nothing. I didn't hit her." Well, he told the truth about that, but he was protecting her. He was protecting her. For those of you who say that these men don't protect you and all that, which we know is a goddamn lie, but still, here's a famous example, a viral example, as a matter of fact.
If that's all it is, it's none of our business. Okay. So if you guys make it on the plane, maybe you should go up there and ask for different seats. Just
great suggestion. Ask for different seats, but ninjas.
Just let some time, right? So
no, you did not. No.
I'm gonna shake your goddamn hand. Like, come on, dude.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I had to get my special bag. Is there anything else that you could let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to?
Yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here?
Was there some talking?
Come talk to me over here.
I would never talk to you again.
So what?
God damn, she just disrespecting the hell out of him in front of those white cops.
So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag.
Okay.
My iPad, some clothes. I took it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But
I think by relationship she means we fight sometimes. Sometimes I beat his ass. Other times he cover up and ask me why you doing this. Stuff like that.
brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming up for myself. Like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings out.
ID on you? And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah. Do you need my?
You see what had happened was, man, she's sitting up there trying to, okay, you know who I am. You ain't got to worry about us no more. We just did this shit in front of everybody. Like, come on.
ID for what? If you don't mind me asking.
An possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
Christian,
not
I
him.
assaulted you.
Hey. Listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay.
talking to you.
I'm so sorry. I'm just making
It's
sure.
not him that reported it.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the TSA folks reported
Oh, one of the
it.
TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere. So
Okay.
we'll sort it out. So you have
But
your
like
ID
I
on you?
said, yes, I do. My name is
Thank you.
Sha'carri Richardson.
That man said there are cameras everywhere.
I do have my ID.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his
Are you guys
bag.
on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in a day because our flight ended up getting
So being in a relationship justify you putting hands on your boyfriend? I mean, what are we saying here?
delayed. We're supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m. ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Cece. So you hear me, right? So this
It's already like she's sure she's getting out of this.
is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward.
And she calls him a coward. Wow.
My name is Sha'carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am.
Perfect, thank
Haven't
you.
put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things. That's personally, just in a relationship.
It's evolved. It's evolved from a relationship thing to an argument. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like how my parents used to tell me to talk to insurance companies. It's like give them as little information as possible, so they won't charge you so much. She's kind of applying it to this, but it's not looking very good. I mean, when you got everything on camera.
I pretty much officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped and emotionally.
What's going on? A little buffer in here. Oh, come on. Hold on, let me refresh. All right. Oh, shoot. All right, just one moment.
This is the full body cam footage of Sha'carri being arrested after putting hands on her boyfriend in the airport. But it also shows she tried to lie and falsely accuse him.
Okay, put it like this. Sorry for the buffering.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Cece. So you hear me, right?
Let me read what Landon wrote down there. He said, treatment like this is basically normal at this point for black men. That's why I guess I'm not crying all over myself like they be saying the podcast do. I mean, it's just this is the usual shit, and this is exactly what we talk about. I mean, not every conversation, but we do have this understanding is that especially for black men, we have to be extra careful out there. We do. A woman's lie can destroy us instantly. When by the time they find out it's a lie, it could be too late. Paige and Dr. Umar, never mind. Hold on, let me keep that up there for a second. You know, he got his own troubles.
So this is a position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want.
This is the position he put. Did you hear that shit? This is the position he put me into because he's a coward. What position is that, young lady? This is the position. Damn, that's appalling. That is appalling. This is a professional athlete that represents the United States of America. So I guess that makes sense. Shit.
So you hear me, right? So this is a position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward.
Damn, who does she watch on YouTube? Good God. Man, it will be over with. No, bitch. No, I'm good. I'm gonna carry my innocent ass home.
My name is Sha'carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument. And
I had to put I'm Sha'carri Richardson. I had to put my hands.
That's pretty much it. The argument pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. Okay. And that was.
I was trying to get that watch later out of the corner, but fuck it. Y'all see what's important.
Something that I kind of just grasp and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally. Like,
boy, I bet they couldn't wait to release this footage. Well, how many times did they get drunk and watch this? Oh boy.
It's no like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and walking up to you guys. So I'm not hiding. Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything. Like not at all. He had headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed the headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but I don't want anything.
Well, them Beats headphones is serious. Damn, she's sitting up there lying, man. I'm like, damn, like I said, you're a professional athlete who represents this country, which, in these times to a lot of people makes sense, but at the same time, everybody know right from wrong. I mean, Landon, correct. Everybody in this situation, including her, well, obviously she doesn't. She thought that this was okay, and it was going to be like, oh, Sha'carri Richardson, let me get your autograph for my daughter. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I know how y'all love to talk about dads with daughters around here. I mean, like I would, in the past, you would look at people like, Althea Gibson, Jackie Joyner Kersey, people like that, FloJo, Layla Ali, even in that sense. I mean, shoot. I mean, as a dad with a daughter, I mean, like these are the kind of people that that little girls are supposed to look up to. And you got this lying ass mofo right here who is a world-class athlete. Jesus. I'm glad, like my daughter don't even know who a Sha'carri Richardson is. So, I'm glad.
I just want to get your side.
Okay,
so
absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Sha'carri?
Sha'carri. Thank you.
Okay, guys. I told you I was going to ask y'all, was that apology good enough?
Thank you so much, Sha'carri Richardson.
Hey, Sha'carri. What's your phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was from a relationship stuff. So that's why I came up.
Do you have your boarding pass?
She is talking like these cops are actually going to buy this shit. I mean, hell, they could have if everything wasn't on camera. Jesus. She called him a coward again. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll explain this in a second.
Just so I can just take a photo of that. Just to
Absolutely,
document.
yes. And you can contact me whenever you need to. I'm so sorry, excuse me.
I'm sure they will.
If you don't mind me, I'm just
No, you're good.
not my boarding pass. That is public. Right here.
Perfect.
This is my boarding pass.
So this is the one that got delayed.
So this is my one.
Okay. Like, look, y'all got the meat of this shit. Okay. He put me in this position. He's a coward. Just some relationship stuff. Basically, he made her act like that. he made her act like that. And as far as I can tell, it was over a pair of headphones, which that can be very frustrating when you think somebody has something of yours or you just want to use it or whatever the fuck she was saying. But the level of entitlement here is staggering. And you got people that believe that apology was good enough. And amongst those people, her boyfriend. I don't know I don't know if they how much longer they can last. I know that I would be out of there. Ain't there's not enough maltreatment in there's not enough. I'm trying to say it right. There's not enough fame in the world that'll make me stay around maltreatment. Because see, if she don't respect you and the way this society is shaped to you look at everything through the eyes of a bitch. I gotta say it like that. The way this society is shaped, you can't win. All I'm saying is this: if you're hoping for something to happen to her, keep don't keep your fingers crossed. Keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. See, watch a little bit more of this because this shit is crazy. And I mean, like this ain't like this the wildest thing a celebrity ever done. A public figure's ever done. This ain't the wildest thing, but when you see these Karen and these Keisha crash outs, I mean, because she going full Karen at this point. She going full Karen. Yeah, I've done news stories like that. BMBBH news without the WS. That's amongst the videos I've done. So yeah, I've done a couple stories recently like that. Woman setting this dude up that she met off a dating site, and her actual boyfriend, who another person trying to make shit up so they can get up out of it. She was like, I ain't pulled no weapon, but I mean, you would communicate with the guy on text message, like they can't track text messages. That's how that girl got caught. Shoot. Your reality, like if you are a would be person that would think that you could lie to authorities after you do some foul shit, I mean, shoot, think about what happened to these two. If you leave a trail, they are going to fuck you up. Say I had an ex curse me out in public. An hour later, she was looking for a new place to stay. Yeah, because you were in full control of that situation. And you damn sure knew better. Shoot. So, yeah. So let me go to the apology. Well, we already went to the apology. I'm going to read what Christian said. Let me find this article. I'm going to read what Christian said because Sha'carri will get arrested, and then what will follow would be far more entitlement. Okay, which article was it? I think it was this article that he had, the Christian Coleman. Okay. So this is it says Coleman chose not to pursue charges against Richardson. And that's what led to a public apology from her and a commitment to bettering herself. If she is sincere, I'm not going to be, at least me, I can't speak for any of you. I'm not going to be the person that's going to hold it over her head forever like they've done Chris Brown, but I don't like these little plugins right here. That's what. Well, let me see. Let's see. Does it? I think that's what. Does it have what it says? Okay, what he says. Boy, that's what she said. Okay. Yeah, they look so happy. Okay. Let me start from here. Is it start from here? Let me read all of that for you. He said that okay, so it says despite being on the receiving end of her anger, Coleman broke his silence earlier this week and said he didn't press charges and didn't believe that Richardson should have been handcuffed after she called you a coward and blamed you. Okay, let me continue reading. He said, for me personally, I feel like it was a sucky situation all around, he said. Per Sidious Mag on X, I don't feel like she should have been arrested. I'm the type of guy who's in the business of extending grace and mercy and love. The fuck? What country is this guy from? I mean, well, his name sounds American, but we're not going to go down that road. The important thing is the act itself. It didn't affect me. She's a human being and a great person, and I feel like we've been able to be really good teammates all year. Great, awesome, but um, if I were to extend any sympathy to this guy at this point after seeing this, it'll be a waste of time. It really would. And you know, I mean, I don't want to be like one of these guys that just act like that I gotta defend a certain demographic of people no matter what. Because with the shortcomings that we have, and I mean, like, this is a shortcoming. This is a shortcoming. You don't let people treat you like you're less than in public. But hey, it's his life. But we don't have to feel bad about this shit. You say we're just two dominant personalities. Oh, to me, she's the best female athlete in the world. Coleman continued. She just had a lot of things going on, lots of emotions and forces going on inside of her that not only I can't understand, but nobody. Jesus. She's one of one. I know it's a tough journey for her this year, but she's gonna bounce back because she's the best female athlete in the world. I see it every day. She's gonna be just fine. She's gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. Now, if everyone could be this forgiving of someone that hits them upside the head publicly in front of a group of people that we're supposed to be on code about. And that's not the only that's not the that's not the most important thing. Like, the important thing is her disrespecting you in the first place. And these young men are gonna learn one day. I mean, they are. But just for the record, just to be fair, just to be there, the ones that came before him. And I mean, like, this dude sounded like a simp on Facebook. It didn't affect me. So, well, okay, yes, it did. You're just repressing it. Like, I mean, sometimes people, they endure crazy shit with each other, and there's a lot of crazy shit that we haven't questioned. But the thing is, you do have a lot of men and some women too that are tired of this kind of shit happening to men. We always have to see the famous examples. Let me give you some more examples. Let me switch this up. He said, no, this good old FBA simping right here. Yep. Yep. Just like that short I released earlier today. Most black men, yeah. Most black men are simp. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm not trying to speak against the brothers, but still, like, dude, we got to do better. As far as that shit's ridiculous. Because see, by us in mass acting like that or acting so submissive is costing other brothers and is breaking down the relationship. Don't nobody want to be in no fucking relationship like that. Not like these two. Don't nobody do it. No, nobody. Let me give you another example. This guy right here will never live down what happened that day. He will never live down what happened that day. He's not a woman. He's not Sha'carri Richardson. But how many years ago did this happen? And they've collaborated since. Both of them collaborated since. And just for the record, she's gone on to mega success. And ASAP Rocky. Chris Brown is still in certain places doing like $1,000 picks and getting in trouble with the law and these hoes. I mean, do you know how much Chris Brown has been acquitted for because he always find the one that lie like a motherfucker? I was listening to this guy earlier, and he says that these young men keep getting themselves into these situations because it's like the women that wouldn't fuck with them when they was broke. Now they trying to purchase these women, and they trying to I'm this and I'm that in front of these women. And that shit never seems to work. But I'm not saying that about, Chris Brown. I'm saying it about young men in general. Shoot. So if that happens to those guys, shit. And it happened to a Chris Brown who, for the most part, did not have to do that. This man will never, ever live that down. He will never, ever live it down. There's always somebody bringing it up. And now you got the court of public opinion, aka social media. Shoot, it's never going away. The internet is forever. So, shoot, yeah, oh yeah. Let me bring up a point about this. Let me see. Two people fight. I mean, here's what happened in this incident. Two people fought. Chris Brown won. That's what happened. It wasn't like old Ike Turner situation, and even that's been questionable. So, then like I said, I wouldn't hit a woman, but I do believe in defending myself. If there's a chance I might die, or a chance that I might have some physical harm done to me, or someone else I care about, shit, it's gonna be you. It's not gonna be me. It's gonna be you. All right. So what's another one? Oh, this one right here. Yeah, this man, I think he was suspended and ostracized from the NFL because of that footage of him like right hooking his damn would-be wife. Shoot. This woman came out publicly several times. We're healing. Leave us alone. But yet there was people like, no, that nigga don't deserve shit. He's an abuser. All I'm saying is this. It's like this. It's okay. Let me ask y'all this. Whatever happens to Christian Coleman from here on out after hearing that, is it his fault? Is it his fault? So yeah, if it's Christian Coleman's fault, it's her fault too. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he should not have hit her like that. What level of emotion would cause you to knock her just on her ass like that? Which would suggest to me that they're used to this kind of thing. Because like, damn, that's just like, wow. I mean, looking at it, the optics were bad. And Ray Rice has publicly apologized. Diddy has publicly apologized. Was it good enough in either one of those cases? No, it was not. But, at least Sha'carri can move on. At least she can move on. Give another example. I was speaking on Hope Solo. I said Hope Solo caught a DV charge back in 2014, 2015, and was still able to carry on the rest of her athletic career. Yeah, because Hope Solo she played recently, I believe. I'm just saying, if you are a woman in America and you do some fucked up shit, hey, you good. So back in 2022, she was arrested for falling asleep behind the wheel of a running car in a Walmart with her kids in the car. When the police pulled up, the kids were crying and she was passed out. So yeah, we forgive the right ones, don't we? All right, shoot. All right. Not many people. If you watch WWE, I mean, this guy was there for like a blink, I would say. Yeah, he spent like 2 or 3 years in their developmental brand. And when he made it to like the, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown level, he was terminated from his responsibilities because his then girlfriend accused him of domestic violence. See, a word, just a word. Your career's over with. Your reputation is sullied. Yeah. He finally made it. All that work was taken away by a lie. And it is a lie. Because they came up with evidence that it was a lie, and now he's pressing charges on her for lying. They had him in a storyline with like some of the more prominent wrestlers too. I mean, I'm a wrestling fan, so I mean, I know what this did. He next level of Mark Henry. Yeah, he was pretty strong. Mark Henry was a beast. I mean, but yeah, it is a damn shame. Detroit 313. Yeah, what happened to this man? The man lost his career. He lost a spot on television because somebody lied on him. Big, intimidating, 6'5", 350-pound black man with speed and athleticism. That man had everything going for him. Which is, like that's what makes kind of the forgiveness that Christian Coleman showed Sha'carri kind of makes me like, damn, is there any hope for black men? Are people winning against us because we're letting them? I mean, Odyssey Jones is definitely not letting that shit ride. So I say be more like an Odyssey Jones, less like a Christian Coleman. Excuse me. Yeah, he was in NXT. Yeah, Detroit 313. He was in NXT for about 3 years, and then they finally called him up to the main. No. Here's how it was. He was in NXT for like 2-3 years, and then like he was called up to the main roster. Uh, he was called up to the main roster, but they kept him on TV for about a year and a half, which was weird. It's like, damn, you want to call somebody like me? I guess he had to work on his in ring or something. But then when he debuted, the match that he interjected himself in, he slammed 2 big motherfuckers. So he had that strength. He would have been a force. Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah, he probably would have dominated Braun Strowman. Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Good to see you, man. Shoot, see you on the next go round. Hopefully, man. Shoot, I will be doing that racism of pro wrestling stream. Um, but yeah, if Bronson Reed can dominate Braun Strowman, yes, Odyssey Jones would beat his ass. But that kind of thing is in the hands of the creative process, meaning that if they want a black man to look weak, he gonna look weak. This that ain't the UFC. That's a uh predetermined show, but we damn sure know how it should turn out. Let me see if there's another slide I want to focus on in here. Nah, that was it. But yeah, I mean, there are many other examples. Yeah, there are many other examples. Like I would even bring up uh the elevator incident with Jay-Z and Solange Knowles. Jay-Z was in the elevator and like he knew he couldn't do anything. He knew he couldn't do anything. This uh Solange was kicking him like she was Chun-Li off Street Fighter. Shoot, that's fucked up. But Umaga-san is wrestling right now. He's in Booker T's minor league organization, Reality of Wrestling. But I think there's some attitude issues, and they don't really like to elevate someone who has and the business took his father, so I can kind of understand where that heat might be coming from. But he chooses to be in the same business his father was. So if there is any attitude issues or ego problems, you know, I mean, it's your fault for being here, buddy. Shoot. And then, you working on the Booker T, one of the greatest, five time. Because see, reality of wrestling belongs to Booker T. So yeah. Hopefully Zilla Fatu, that's his name. I mean, Zilla Fatu has already appeared on TNA Wrestling. Uh so uh yeah, hopefully we might see him in WWE one day. But the way they handling that creative process, shit. They got a 7 foot. Okay, let me not get into the stuff I'm supposed to get into the next live stream. So Beyonce was laughing at Jay-Z. Yeah, we have to think number one in terms of celebrities go by a different set of rules. And here's the second thing. They don't consider that the people who give them the money are the people who don't go by those rules, the consumer. So when people see famous people who have made millions and millions of dollars, have caught the public eye, that are very successful doing shit like that, then the idea gets implanted. And like I said, we're easily indoctrinated people. Whatever we see is cool and glamorous, we'll go for it. We will fucking go for it. So when Jay-Z and Beyonce and Solange, which I understand, Solange is talented, and her sister is definitely a tough act to follow, and Daddy notices her more than Daddy notices Beyonce more than her. So I mean, I get it. I get the anger, but hey, she knew she could get away with that shit. She knew she can get away with that shit because not only because she was a chick, but because it was a black man. No matter how much money we got, we're not that valuable as far as being treated like human beings. I mean, we have to really, really pay for it, monetary wise. We have to be like the richest person in the world. We got to be like Dwayne the Rock Johnson size, somebody that not too many people will try. I mean, he FAFO'd at, the DC extended universe. Soon as that Black Adam movie was done, gone. This is why Keanu Reeves is smart. Yes, Keanu Reeves is very smart. But Keanu Reeves is also white. I'm not saying that white men don't face it or anything like that. Just say. Shoot, but yeah, it's nothing about this set right. Nothing about this set right. You know, I wish I could have a bit more empathy for old boy. You know, I usually come to these spaces like, look, man, black men are getting the raw deal. Now, sometimes black men give ourselves a raw deal. Shoot, man, you know, I know a lot of brothers may not want to hear that because I mean, we're dealing with two battles when you say that we're being unfairly scrutinized and we're doing it to ourselves. That that's a conundrum. You know, maybe it's something that we can't fix. I'm not saying that every man that goes upside a woman's head, you know, people should just bypass it and and just say, "Hey, fuck it," you know. It's just we're just gonna stand by you like Nike stood by Hope Solo and Sha'carri Richardson. Two big investments, I guess. Shoot, is it fair? No. Well, Detroit 313. Here's what you just made me see. Here's what you just made me think about Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. I should have put up an image of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard because it's the same thing. You know, Amber Heard saying shit like, "Oh, no one will believe you because you're a man." Oh, okay. You'd have created about 5,000 more guys saying that, "Hey, fuck this marriage shit." And I'm not encouraging it. I'm not encouraging the destabilization of the marriage. I mean, you know, I don't I don't push against guys that saying that it's not a good idea, but it's like something's going on around here. Why do things keep going south? Why do people let me turn back to the subject. Why do people believe they could just be getting away with bullshit, you know, just because of who they are? He protected her through all of that. I'm not saying that you should not protect black women because they always complain about not being protected, but you are very protected. And let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. Go inside a Walmart on the west side. First black woman you see, smack the shit out of her. I guarantee you won't make it out of there alive. And I'm not saying go smack the shit out of a black woman at a Walmart either. I'm just saying, you know, I kind of dare you to do that because that's what's gonna happen. So many YNs, probably a couple of old niggas. They're gonna stump the change off your ass. They gonna be all about their life.
Man, that's a female.
Shoot, they get plenty of protection. I'm not saying they should get any less protection than what they get. I'm not saying that. But these hoes need to stop lying about that shit. Shoot. I know I protect mine. And then that whole thing, black men can't protect themselves. You know what archetype them hoes are? Sha'carri. Johnny Depp is doing 50 Cent bootleg. Oh my God. Cause they basically took that man's career from him once he was accused. Just accused before, you know, any trial took place or anything. Them words are powerful. Those words are powerful, man. To be able to lie on a man and just destroy him. Imagine if that would have happened in private with nobody recording. Christian Coleman would have went to jail. Been charged, his endorsements taken away. Ain't nobody saying, hey, we gonna stand by you. Get rid of that N-word. Get rid of that N-word. Like, seriously. Yeah. Oh man, shit. So I mean, I think black men especially, I mean, we're not talking about toxic relationships. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about black men in general. I believe black men in general understand what kind of shit fest we would be in. And then that's not even to say that sometimes some of these guys don't have to do shit. Some of these guys ain't got to do shit. It's just just if she feel like it. Tell you a harsh truth. Women can always get away with lying. They can always get away with lying. I'm not saying a man has never lied on a man, but we've seen too many examples of this. She was upset. It was a relationship thing. He put me in this position. He's a coward. And how does he respond? It didn't affect me. She's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, we've been able to be really good teammates all year. We're just two dominant personalities. I'm not going to say he's going to regret it later, because sometimes people forgive people for doing egregious shit and then they turn out just fine. They turn out just fine. They have a long, beautiful life together, stress free, always in each other's arms, and, always smiling in each other's faces. Let me tell you something. If you guys are avoiding a relationship because you expect that shit to happen, then the relationship will never be for you. Things are hard. It is a tough it is a tough ordeal to be able to be someone's other, because you're not the same folks. You're not the same people. You're not shoot. Like I said, you got to get used to another person. If you can pull that off, you'll be fine. But these people still ain't real used to each other. Like, well, they've been together for 2 years, because I thought she was Alphabet. I think she did do that. I guess that's one of the things in her past that she was talking about. And he was able to look past that. Any man will look past a gay chick because they think it's a chance for them to have a threesome. That's what the motivation is, ladies. If you were once a gay chick and then you got you a man and you're married and y'all got kids, he's always thinking about that chance that there may be a threesome. Maybe there was a threesome. I'm talking about with like another chick, not another. Who? Yeah. I was implying two women, but anyway. But I don't know. The way he was speaking on this, like either he was trying to save face with the general public, or he was just, I don't know, he's that fucking soft about it. Shit. All right. Let me see something real quick. Oh, okay. That'll make a difference. Okay. Shoot. I'm not, look, maybe I'm not even here to tell y'all to be careful. And, that's for your average, that's for your average black male athlete, because these dudes gonna do what they want to anyway. Look at Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's already getting a divorce. And it's not too much you can say to the average hater, because everybody saw that coming. Everybody. And then, just by her regular demeanor, everybody's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? There's better. Like, if people wanted to use the argument like there were better women out there for Travis Hunter to get, they could. Ain't no way you can look at a person like that. Like, stop listening to Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. No, dude. No. Look. I know pro athlete and everything, but let's look at Travis Hunter now. Seriously. Like, I don't know, maybe he'd have got somebody of quality, but hey, well, let me not look shame. Shoot, I'm old myself, so these are kids. These are kids, but kids don't listen. Kids don't listen. They got to find out just like we did. Shoot. So anyway, everyone, listen up, man. If you are listening to this show, if you're a part of this viewing audience or even a part of the replay game, uh, it is likely that you have not got caught up in some bullshit. You just like me, just sitting back like not so much laughing at these folks. Some of these people I pity. Some of them I do. But it's getting harder and harder though. It get harder and harder, man. Cause like I don't pity Christian Coleman. It's like once you lay it out like that, bro. Travis Hunter better get to crypto. That's the key to financial freedom. Yeah, crypto is kind of a gamble too, though, man. Shoot, I've gambled on one crypto in my life. Well, actually, a meme coin, Shiba Inu. It was hot for a second, then it just fell off. It's like my luck be like, something be hot, but when I finally get to it, it fall off. Like, yeah, that's just my luck. But hey, shoot, shoot, you may be right about that. Could luck up on something like a lottery ticket or some shit like that. Yeah, yeah, man. But shoot, what I can say to all you young men out there, all you single men out there, I mean, like if I couldn't stand you, if I hated you, shoot, I would say some shit like, I hope you get a Sha'carri Richardson. I hope she fucked the shit out of you and then do you like this in the airport. If I hated a motherfucker, I would wish this on them. Crypto is not a gamble. Okay. Well, okay. All right, I'll take your word for it. I mean, you probably have like tons more experience with it than I do. I would tell you my Bitcoin story. Like, I went to technical college uh like me, I don't know, it's decade right now. And some guy did a classroom presentation on Bitcoin and how big it was gonna be. And I told myself I might just give this dude $20 or something. Just to invest. Because he was asking people if they wanted to invest. I was like, shoot, maybe I should give him $20. I never got around to doing it. Yeah, so yeah, I have to stop thinking about it. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. That is it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next go round. Check out my other content. It's it's awesome. I mean, but even if you don't think it's awesome, yeah, I'm ready for those opinions too. I'm not gonna wig out on you. I mean, everybody has their perspective, and this is what I would like for people to understand about podcast. This is a human being's perspective. Many people want their perspectives to be heard, but if you want your perspective to be heard, you have to show everyone the same respect. If they have access like you do, show them the same respect. It ain't mean you gotta agree. It doesn't mean you gotta agree. That doesn't mean you gotta agree. That doesn't mean that you have to have this hive mindset or thinking that it's some type of false black code, like, oh, I gotta agree with you, you gotta agree with me. That's what make us black, and start doing a Cabbage Patch. No, that is not what this discourse. That is not what this discourse is about. Excuse me. But at least I can speak for me. I'm here to be brutally honest. And if you want to exercise that option with me, feel free. I cannot stop you. So, look, XRP is about to explode into multi-million and billions because Ripple are global. Okay. Well, let's see how much it costs to invest in that. And we'll take it from there. But yeah, if anybody wants some advice, read the bottom of that screen before I shut this BITC. Okay. Anyway, all right. Long live the habitual line steppers. Till next time, folks. Till the next time.